Good day, YouTube. It is the 29th of January 2024. This is my 1995 Honda Acty truck. Recent acquisition. Doing multiple videos on this thing. Just little projects here and there. And today, a couple things happening. This is a air-conditioned equipped Acty truck. So it has this little console that goes between the shifter and the dash. I believe the air conditioning stuff is underneath there. There's a few bolts that hold that thing in place, but as you can see, it's completely faded. It's very ugly. My OCD just can't handle it. I need it to be better than that. I don't believe just Armor All's gonna fix it. I think we're beyond that. So I think what I'm gonna do is take it out and give it a finish. I think I'm going to do a truck bed liner finish on it in black. The shifter such is black, so there's black in the area. I'll never match the gray anyway, so let's just do it in black and we'll contrast it. So let's start off with, so there's a screw right there below the other console. There's one tucked back in there at this end. We're on the other side now, so there's one of them that way right there, and I think there's a tab or something right there. So let me get those screws out, get that cover moving. The other thing we're going to do while we're digging in there is look at the radio situation. So as far as I know, these things only came with an AM radio. There was no option for anything better than that. It doesn't even have a clock. In fact, if this had a clock, it would be up here in that little cutout, and it didn't have that, even though this is the SDX version. They also only have a speaker on the left door panel right here, and there's not even wiring on the right side, but there is a speaker grill in the door panel. So, a couple options. I mean, it's easy enough to add a speaker. I think you got to space that speaker on the driver's side door panel out so the window goes down, from what I've seen, and replace the head unit's not that big a deal either. I do have this option. I've had a few of these over the years. This is an FM converter, and these were popular in the 80s when a lot of cars they were driving just had AM radios in them, but most of your broadcast stuff was on FM, so you just plug the antenna into your AM radio, you push this button on the right side, and it turns your AM radio into an FM radio. It doesn't like give you a clock or anything, but it is an option. If this is easy enough to put in, we might put it in. I just don't know what I want to do. I like the stock look. You know, my red Tracker over here, it's got stock radio in it. I like the look, as long as I can make it work. You know, this truck it doesn't really need a high-end radio. I'm not a big, phone user when I'm driving. I use it more for speedometer until I learn kilometers per hour into miles per hour, that kind of thing. So I'm not really jazzed about swapping out the stock radio for aftermarket. We probably will, but I'm gonna just see what my options are before we go there. So let me get those 4 screws out of this cover. First of all, let's get this cover out of here, because I want to clean it up and change it, because I just can't stand it. And then while we've got this thing partially apart, let's look at this. All right, here we go. All right, there was one more screw right there. So I had to take that package tray off, which was 4 bolts. Easy enough to see, 4 screws, excuse me. And then with a little kung fu fighting, you can get the that lower console piece off. So it's quite dirty under there. So we'll get a chance to clean that up. So let's just set this aside for the moment and look at this radio real quick. See what we're gonna do. I honestly have one on in my shopping cart on Amazon. speakers and all. I have not pulled the trigger on it. I'm just need to make that decision. Let's cruise around here, see what we can get at. Alright, let me fiddle around under the dash and I'll let you know what I find. Well guys, there it is on the floor. I'll go over with you how to get it out of there, because I've spent an hour doing it. I did just kind of fit an old Pioneer Super Tuner in. I don't know that it's, I guess it would clear. It'll go down far enough to clear. I just set it in there to see what the fit would be. It's just something I had on the shelf. I'm sure it works, but it's not going in here. It's not a Bluetooth or anything. But had the bracket and everything, so I just thought I'd see if she'd fit before we bought something. And we are gonna get something coming. If you can see those slots right there, that's where these bolts come. I took one all the way off. That one was impossible to get. I mean, I took every tool I had to get that thing loose, and then I thought I was going to take it all the way out. Then I saw it move, so I pulled on it and it came out. So you only have to loosen them because they're slotted. Okay, there's no way this is going back in there. There's no way I can get those bolts back in. So to get that off, took the ashtray out. I took these two front screws out that go in this way. I didn't need to. I'm gonna put them back. And then there's one bolt that goes back behind the ashtray. It made this thing loose enough to get a little play so I could work with it a little bit. This was an absolute nightmare. But anyway, it's out. And I'm not going to put a CD player in. We're just going to put a 1-DIN AM/FM Bluetooth MP3, maybe with a screen or something. And now that we got that stupid thing out of there, we'll get with something coming. And a couple, I guess those are 4.5-inch speakers, so we'll have to get a speaker wire routed to the other side, because I'm sure there's not one. I don't think they put anything in these that they didn't absolutely have to have. So yeah, so I'm going to put some things back a little bit, and we'll clean this stuff up a little bit and put some tools away, and we'll go refinish that lower console piece, get some paint going on it. We'll get a stereo, a couple speakers coming, and do that. Here we go. Well, Mommy called, said that Autumn wants to come out and spend the day with Dad. So, Autumn, did you come out to the barn today? Good girl, sweetie. Yeah, are you being Daddy's big helper? Okay. So, I've got decisions to make as to which of the cheapest stereos on Amazon to get for the Acty truck. And I've got this piece. I took it out and took my awesome cleaner, totally awesome cleaner from the Dollar Tree, and cleaned this thing up because it was filthy. I also cleaned up a little bit in the cab because it also was filthy. So I got a couple pieces of Scotch-Brite pad that we're going to rough this thing up, okay, and get the old sun-damaged, crusty, flaky stuff off of it. Okay, and then we're going to reach for truck bed liner. Hang on. Okay, stay. Okay, this is the truck bed spray-on coating that they sell at Harbor Freight. Iron Armor. I have used this on many things, and I like it. I use this on the hood of my Geo Tracker, which only sits outside, and it's still in great condition. Has it been 3 years? I got a video on here. I think it's been 3 years, and it's really good. So we're going to use this on this because it's right down there where your feet are. It's just going to get nothing but hammered. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to continue my Scotch-Brite ways on this piece until it's ready for paint. I don't think we're going to prime this because I think we want this to dig into this plastic. Okay, so we're going to do that. So let me sand and such on this for a while, then I'll bring it back and we'll give it a coating. Okay, so tonight my goal is to pick the cheap car stereo and get it coming. Hopefully it gets here in a couple of days. The one I think I'm going to order, I think I could actually have it Thursday if I get the thing ordered today. And today is Monday. So, all right. Okay, here we go. This thing is ready to coat. Now, this had a hole in it. Somebody detached something to it, and I filled it with epoxy, but I just did it. So it's going to dry in about a couple hours. We're going to paint it in like now. Okay. So I don't know what that'll do. I put some tape underneath it so it didn't fall through. Okay. I don't know if this is an adjustable tip or not. Don't think so. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's let this set up and we'll come back and hit her again. Autumn, what do you think, sweetie? Autumn, can you sit for everybody? Autumn, listen, can you sit? No? Not today? Okay. It's cold down there, dog. Alrighty. Let's let this dry, okay? Where are you going? Okay, goodbye. So she's ready for a second coat. Second and final, I believe. Try and do it in a different direction to keep it from getting zebra stripes. I'd say we got it. I'd say we got it. What do you think, Autumn? Autumn has to inspect. If it wasn't for that stupid hole that I put epoxy in, it'd be perfect. I do like the way this stuff goes down. Farther away you spray, the more texture you get, and it dries nice and hard. I don't believe I have a single chip in the hood of the tracker when I did this a few years ago. All right, that's it for this. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, we have now advanced 24 hours. It is the next day in the afternoon, and the paint has dried. Really came out good. I like it, I like it. Let's go put it back, shall we? Okay, installed. Now the worst looking thing in the whole truck is the best looking thing in the whole truck. Looks good, guys. All right, radio will be here a couple days.